What up, YouTube? Excuse me. We are back at the University of Nevada. What up, Wolfpack? It's really close to the Strip. I've been to that campus. Well, as you can see it right there. But anyways, do me a favor. We're looking at the TEDx that I ran right over. I just went by the one with the most views. I didn't know that they were actually different. I probably should have just looked at their clothing or the year it was made. This one's the predecessor. This one's a year older. So we're gonna dive into this. Do me a favor, if you're new here, if you're not new here, run over to the warnings page. Please go like and subscribe. Go support the artist, of course. This actually lives on the TEDx page, so go support them as well. Obviously, they're really well known. They do a bunch of various things, but and yeah, if you like what I do, please like, comment down below, subscribe. Let's dive. I'm assuming this is all right. So I didn't know the format, I guess, of the last one. It didn't bother me. I liked watching them perform. Obviously, probably more than, I mean, it is nice to learn about them, but I like watching them, sing too, especially when you get throwback stuff. That's going to be much older, so it gives you good context, sort of paving their journey along their way. So I'm assuming this is going to be similarly done. A few songs, but let's dive in. Where's my volume at? You guys good? Ish.
Drown yourself in the river. Bring along the other sinners. Burn them with the flame.
It's they still have that orange, I think, right, in their basement or whatever, their home studio thing. Um, it's crazy what a year does. Even just a year. Ollie's on a different guitar here, so this is previous. I like that Danny's in the last one. She's in Vans. She's in Chucks right now, just Vans and Chucks, and it's kind of just they're just unapologetically just whatever. We're just gonna just throw some clothes on and we'll appease them with our music. Pow's still a beast back there. So I had to pull up lyrics. I'm having a hard time hearing everything she's saying. So I think this is River Soul, right? Yeah. Um, I'm just trying to get a grip on. Um, just give me a sec. I'll read it quick. Okay, so this song's another sort of self-discovery song. this is about like uh, basically like as a river flows, as does one's journey through life, right? And using that to like to sort of like move past regret and mistakes and boundaries and sort of just kind of drown them into the river, and kind of just accepting mistakes as they come, and pushing on as a river does as well, from my understanding, just from a quick read. But sorry, I haven't heard the song, so I was having a hard time kind of hearing everything she was saying, and it's just the recording. It's not her fault. But anyways, let's go.
Bring my head no more. Turn around in my mind it goes. Stay with me to forget myself. And wasted me. Now I have learned from my painful past not to worry about my best of mine. Set me free and do the right thing. Drown me, I stay open forever. Bring upon me the same. With the pain. Let the waves take control. Don't be afraid of what's to come. Dance, go with the flow. I can see the light in your eyes. It's your lies to cover your mind. I know you're confused, but your ways never work for us. So now you must choose to win or lose. I can see the light. Now stay open forever. Hang up on me for the thing. But stay with us to win or I can see the light. The waves take control your mind. I know you're afraid of what's to come. Stand strong with us to win or I'm forever so.
Love that. Ala was she's just steady as she goes, and she's so young. Yeah, that's the other guitar. I think that's the one that's sort of a half or three-quarter bass as far as like the neck of it, right? Um, Man, Pal's just a spark plug. You could literally put her anywhere, and she's gonna light some shit up. But that was good. I like that. Now, what I'm interested to know, like, what, as far as like the venue is concerned, because these all look like middle-aged people. I wouldn't necessarily have pegged them as you know uh, rock fans for the younger generations. On this like in this format, are there multiple groups that go up and they kind of come in, and are they just like what gets them there? What gets them in the building? I'm interested. Because yeah, they all look, maybe a different demographic than I would expect showing up to see the Warning. Now, albeit obviously the Warning wasn't near as well known. So is this just people maybe interested in music, just come down to the college and check out some up and coming bands, sort of thing? Or they knew TEDx was going to be there featuring different things, and they just showed up for that. And they got this nice little surprise is. I'm interested to know what that format looked like, or like how they got in the door, because again, it's not what I would really like think about as their normal fan base typically. But or even not even them per se, because they're obviously very young, but just rock fans of younger up and coming bands. But anyways, cool. Let's keep it going. What's next?
Hola, buenas tardes. Somos The Warning. Estamos súper contentos de estar aquí. Hello, good afternoon. We are The Warning. We are so excited to be here. This is my sister Daniela. She's 15 years old and she plays the guitar. This is my other sister, Paulina. She's 13 years old and she plays the drum. I'm Alejandra.
If that's not the cutest little thing, she's so talky. Way back when, she's like leading their narration. I love it.
11 years old and I play the bass. My sister Daniela is going to tell you a little bit more about how we started the band.
Thank you, Ale. Wow. Where do I even begin? Well, the three of us started since we were very little. I was like 5 and Pao was around 3 when we entered a summer program for music initiation. You could tell right away that we loved it. We were always looking forward to our music lessons. And well, Ale was barely a year old, so she didn't enter with us, but she eventually learned the same stuff we did. Our parents noticed our love for music, so they asked us, "Do you want piano lessons?" And of course, we were thrilled. We said yes. And so we started, and we actually started playing classical music. But then the rock band came in. My dad bought the game for us, and we literally wouldn't stop playing. It was so awesome. Pa was always on the drums, I was on the guitar, and well, I was still too young to play, but still she enjoyed watching us. And I remember thinking at the time, how cool would that be if we could do it for real, you know? So when I was about 8 years old, my dad asked me yet again, "Do you want to play another instrument?" Without leaving the piano, of course. And I said yes, and obviously I chose the guitar. Later on, Pau chose the drums, and Ale chose the bass. Although, curiously, she first wanted to play the harp, right, Ale?
I read that somewhere. One of you guys told me that. Although a darling thing to say, the harp is limited use in rock music. But I say chase your dreams. I say get out there and play a harp.
I don't know where that came from, but yeah.
She has an angelic spirit.
Remember the first time we played together as a band. It was so nerve-wracking. I wouldn't stop shaking because it was all new to me, and it was our first time playing in front of, well, a large audience. It was just our friends and family. But it was so cool because once we got on stage, all the nerves kind of went away when we started playing the song, and I was having so much fun. And I remember saying to myself, this is where I belong. I mean, this is where we belong. And from that point on, we were just 3 girls with a big musical dream. So yeah, and also, I really appreciate being able to have this band with my sisters, because when I was at the 5-week program at Berklee College of Music last summer, we got to play with different people, and it was...
Berklee, like California Berklee? Is there a different Berklee?
I was so surprised at how difficult it really was to organize ourselves and share our opinions, because I barely knew the person I was playing with. So yeah.
Probably not, right? Because you don't go to college in the States at 15. So I'm assuming a different or a more music related. Never mind.
I really value being able to play with them. Well, I mean, we do have disagreements a lot, really. But it's easier to talk about them and kind of figure things out. So yeah, and there's really no one else I'd rather play with. Thank you. And so,
yeah, that's kind of our story. And also, our parents have helped so much. Really, all of this couldn't be possible without them. We can't be grateful enough. And it's funny, really, because a lot of people think they're musicians, and they're really not. We're kind of the first musicians in the family. But yeah. And, well, that's our story, and we're very excited to be here and make this experience part of it. Thank you. Our next song is actually a cover song. We like it so much we decided to play it for you. This is The Pretender by the Foo Fighters.
That's an interesting song to take on. Okay. That's like an anti.
Keep you in the dark, you know they all pretend. Keep you in the dark, and so it all began.
Yo, Powell's face when she comes in there. Hold on a second. Yes.
Dark, and so it all began. In your dividends, sing out the boats on margin again. I need to bury deep the secret that you keep forever. I
Danny was coming with some passion on that song. Another thing I like about him is they tend to gravitate towards like songs with like deep and meaningful lyrics. They write them too. You get kids sometimes, and like I mean, you look at music nowadays, and sort of what younger generations want to write about or gravitate towards, really in any genre, and a lot of it is kind of trash. But I mean, David Grohl wrote this song. I mean, this was like anti-government, anti-establishment, essentially, just a protest with like the state of affairs, calling like Pretender your sort of like political elites, right? As well as like the state of affairs with police. This was kind of like um, a not so subtle sort of the song to kind of to sort of put some, I guess, some of his thoughts out there as far as sort of where we stand and what's going on right now. So it's always nice to have songs like that are and obviously that song's years old now, but weirdly it still applies. Kind of those just wake up and look around you type songs. But yeah, I think everybody should be pretty familiar with that. But cool. Yeah. It's great to see like a lot of their progression. They did a lot of like the backups. They're doing a lot of vocal backups even at this age, which is nuts. Like you see like grown ass bands, right? That you don't have, you know, anybody beyond the lead singer leading or really pitching in with vocals. I mean, you don't often see drummers really at all. Few on vocals. Bass sometimes, or other guitars. There's backup vocals there, but having all of them kind of harmonize on on the chorus there, that was cool. I didn't ever see them. Have they done that again since then? I'd be interested to check that out. I'm assuming they repeat their favorites sometimes. Just I mean, I've seen a few different Enter Sandmans. Well, I mean, obviously that kind of was the Break Open the Shell and Who Are They sort of viral sensation, but.
Something that's super important to all of us is all the hard work behind this project. This didn't appear out of thin air. We had to work for many days, many hours, many years. We sacrificed not going to parties, not hanging out with our friends, and most of our free time. Oh, sorry. And
she's gassed.
And a lot of people ask us, why do you even do this? Why do you even waste a second of your time on this? It's not like you're going to get anywhere. You're just wasting your time. And some people even tell me, you're a girl. You can't play the drums. That's only for boys. And stuff like that, And and the reason we do all of this, the reason we spend so much time on this is because we love this. Because this is a passion.
Can you imagine like being in the crowd and not really knowing a whole lot of what you're looking at? You go home, you probably don't, they're good. That was it was interesting. They're young, but they seem like they've got good heads on their shoulders, and then you kind of move along with your day, your month, your year, whatever. And then like 10 years later, you're flipping through your channels or something, or you're on like, I don't know, you're on your Sirius XM and you go to Octane or just scroll through it and you see it pop up on your dash. You're like, I know them. And then you dive deep and you're like, oh shit. Yeah. Looks like they've been doing some work, right?
This is not just some hobby. This is something we want to do for the rest of our lives. And something that we really want to transmit is that you can do whatever you want if you work hard for it. Doesn't matter if you're a girl or a boy, young or old. Music is for everybody. Do what you love. Break the boundaries. Work hard for it.
We haven't achieved all of our goals yet. We still have a lot of work to do. We will feel satisfied when, with one of our songs, we get to inspire someone the same way other songs inspired us. You know, that song that you play over and over again because it gives you goosebumps or it makes you feel something special. All of this work has brought us moments to be proud of, like our EP on iTunes that is called Escape the Mind. Those were the very first songs we ever made. It was meant as an experiment to find our own sound, and as a result, the songs came out in very different genres. One of those songs that is called Free Falling, we found out that it was going to be in the new Rock Band 4. We were shocked. It was amazing when we found out. We were speechless. So it's awesome because all of this started because of the Rock Band. It inspired us to start a band. So it's awesome that it's now on the Rock Band, our song. It's just incredible. For this year, we're trying to make a complete album, and one of the songs that you're going to be able to hear in our future LP is our last song, Exterminated.
The people in the crowd are like taking notes, or at least that woman was. What if this is like part of a class? I'm so confused as far as the crowd. The crowd is bothering me right now. I'm just no idea what's going on with, because that lady was just like looking at them with like adornment. Well, obviously they're adorable, but anyways.
Everything's gray all around me. It's decay. Darkness invades me again. The blood is boiling through my veins, anger is showing through my face, clouding up my mind.
That's a dark intro for a song written by 3 people all under 15. The everything is gray. What did she say? The ground is decayed. Blood's boiling through my veins. It's
Clouding up my mind. This destruction makes me pain. There is no other way. I need to have my revenge. Now the war's beginning. My blood is spilling. Another soul's been taken away.
I loved all of them on that. That's got like 90s punk vibes a little bit with the way that melody was and sort of the anthem way she kind of attacked that. The lyrics on that. It's kind of a dark song, but there's some positivity in there. It's kind of like everything around us is black and decaying and disgusting, and how do we sort of revert that cycle and move forward in a good way? So that's there is some verbiage to looking forward and finding light at the end of that dark gray decayed tunnel. Um, Pal's going nuts, but she's great. Uh, she just the I always think back to like when they described her like in the I don't know, it was an interview. She just likes to bang on stuff, right? And I'm like, yeah, she just likes to bang on shit. That's everything I watch. I'm like, she really does just like to bang on shit. She looks like she's thoroughly enjoying herself back there, and she's gonna come out and talk, and she's just gassed because they all put like everything into these things. It's weird, and I think this might be sort of older sister vibes with Danny. I feel like she's always been kind of, well, even in like the younger stuff, the very limited younger stuff I've seen of her, she seems to be very mature for her age, just with how she responds to her sisters, knowing that she's probably looked up to and somewhat of a role model, like kind of a young adult in the room sort of thing. Yeah, she's still fun and quirky and whatever, but I feel like she's very mature for I mean, she's what, 15 here. But just the way that she conducts herself, I feel like is very mature for a 15-year-old girl. And even the stuff that I've seen of her before that. But yeah, that was great. I actually like that song a lot. That's kind of closer to the sound of the stuff that I typically like I grew up on. But I like the little the brief moments of the kind of dueling guitars when they get together too. When Danny spins off on a solo and Ale jumps in there and she's just running some different things on the bass. So that was cool. I like that one. And it's a good sort. Yeah, we're at the end here. It's a good close the show. Give the people something to remember.
Thank you.
Stand up, folks. Thank you. One lady in the back. She knew the assignment. All right. You stand up after a show. It's polite. Oh, I got all sorts of TEDx stuff that I have to do. These are my suggestions. Let me see if I can find a recognizable face. Don't think I can. Oh, I got one. Danny, top left. I know her face. No, that was great. All right, we've conquered TEDx. 35 minutes later, so we've got. It's cool. We get 3 songs per, so, and I don't have to split anything up, which is nice. They kept these pretty condensed. 20. I don't mind 20 minutes, especially for something like this. It's yeah. I didn't. I guess, did they do a cover on the other one? They did one. Did they do one? I don't know. I don't remember. I'm like I did it yesterday or the day before that, didn't I? Anyways, yeah, that was awesome. It's this throwback. I see why you guys were pushing me to check back on throwback stuff for sure, because it's definitely helpful with seeing progression, no doubt. I think, again, and not to discredit her at all, I think that one of the biggest kind of improvements, or not polishing, I would say, is Danny's voice, I think, has gotten incredibly better, just in how it's polished, and again, a lot of that can be just how, because vocals can get messed up by acoustics, so a lot of that could be, just how something's recorded way back when in a garage or an auditorium or whatever, and just the equipment they're using. But her voice has come a long way. So that's, I mean, kudos to her. It's because she sounds great regardless. But it's a bigger sort of change than that I see. Anyways, go support the warning. Please go like and subscribe. Today is Wednesday, so enjoy the rest of yours. If you like what I do, please like, comment down below, subscribe. Patreon's the best way to get me. If you want me to check out it, I'll keep up. I've got a list of warning stuff. I'll keep doing it regardless, unless there's something in specific that I have to see. I'm gonna keep trying to knock out a steady kind of balance of lives with the music videos, because I've been slacking on music videos. I've been doing a lot more lives, which you tend to get into those because they're just, I don't know, there's just better energy. But music videos can be cool too. So yeah, go support please, and have a wonderful day. We'll catch you on the next.